Ever heard of the dude holding down the low end for Nirvana? No, not that one. This one. Kurt Cobain's songwriting, voice, and charisma made him the face of the band, while Dave Grohl's drumming and post-Nirvana success with the Foo Fighters have often overshadowed Krist Novoselic. But did you know that Krist was actually the one who kept the band together? So keep watching to find out the reason why. When we think of Nirvana, we usually think of Kurt Cobain, right? It's clear that he was the driving creative force in Nirvana. But Krist wasn't just some background guy, he was like the backbone of the band. In a recent interview with Ultimate Classic Rock Nights, author Michael Azerrad, who spent considerable time with the band and extensively documented Nirvana's history, when asked about what aspects of Nirvana as a band you grew to appreciate more while working on the new edition of the book, he stated, "One thing I came to appreciate was how essential Krist was to the band's success. You know, he did all kinds of things. Like he drove the equipment van from Tacoma, I think, to Los Angeles when they recorded Nevermind. He would protect Kurt from angry bouncers. He was the medium between Kurt and the label or management, when Kurt didn't want to talk to anybody. He was the guy who explained to Butch Vig that sometimes Kurt gets in a little bit of a dark mood, and don't worry, he'll come out of it. We can continue recording." He added, "Aside from being great on stage and a beautiful bass player, his playing especially on In Utero, I think, there's some really beautiful parts with just an exquisite tone. He's kind of the unsung hero. I tried to give him a lot more props than he's gotten previously." Let's start with his musical contributions. Krist's bass lines were not just about filling in the background or mimicking Kurt's singing. Instead, he played a significant role in shaping the mood and atmosphere of songs. He knew how to blend melody with rhythm, enhancing the emotional impact of Kurt's lyrics and Dave's powerful drumming. Take, for example, the song About a Girl. While working on Bleach, Krist deployed a variety of basses, including a Fender Jazz, an Ibanez Black Eagle, and even a borrowed Hohner. In the song About a Girl, he created a warm, almost metallic bass line that complements the song's melodic guitar riff and Cobain's raw vocals. His bass playing is simple yet effective, providing a solid foundation for the song's structure. On a Plane sounds like Big Hair Arena rock, from its full fat opening chords to the fizzle-off chorus. Krist's tone here is crunchy and warm, with sufficient top to give it definition. But he whirled away from the traditional scooped metal bass sound that stood for everything that Nirvana were against. Krist helped write In Bloom. He came up with the main riff, that cool guitar part that everyone remembers. And that's not all. He also helped write Scentless Apprentice too. It's important to note that initially Kurt didn't like the song.
Scentless Apprentice is apparently one of the first songs that you guys have sort of more fully collaborated on than in the past. Mm-hmm. Is that sort of a direction you'd like to take further in the future?
Hell yes. Takes the pressure off of me. Dave came up with the drum beat, and we just built the song off of the drum. And the riff, yeah. He came up with the drum beat, and then he showed me the riff, you know? And it was really simple, and we thought, well, this could work. And I was thinking, this is kind of bonehead. And then we thought, we'll work on it. And it turned out great. And now I'm excited about it, because now we can write together even more.
The song drew inspiration from Patrick Suskind's novel Perfume, The Story of a Murderer, in which the main character seeks to craft the perfect scent by murdering young women. It's notable for its straightforward yet impactful arrangement, crafted collaboratively by all three members of Nirvana. This marked a departure from their usual approach, where Kurt Cobain typically had sole control over songwriting. If you think about it, there's Kurt, a brilliantly talented but moody individual, and Dave, an energetic and passionate drummer wholly dedicated to his craft. Being in a band with them could be quite intense, wouldn't you agree? That's where Krist steps in. He acted as the mediator, the peacekeeper of Nirvana. In a 1993 interview with John Perellis of the New York Times, Cobain discussed his songwriting process and how his moods influenced his music. He said,
"I'm really sensitive and I get hurt feelings really easily, and I'm very moody. I'm not always depressed, but I'm very moody. I'm really up and really down, and I don't make sense half the time. I'm really emotional and I have a really hard time controlling my emotions. And I'm really sensitive and I'd just rather not have to deal with people at all. But I know I have to because I'm a human being and I'm a people person, and I need to talk to people and socialize."
Krist was known for being calm and level-headed. He could talk to both Kurt and Dave and help them work things out. He was the glue that held the band together when things got tough. Especially during the production of In Utero, when tension arose between bandmates, Grohl heard whispers of Kurt wanting to fire him, so he considered quitting. However, it was Krist who reassured him and persuaded him to stay. He was a good friend to both of them, someone they could trust and rely on. He was also known for his good time spirit off the stage. He was often the band's designated interviewer, playing the role of the ironic stoner and providing a counterpoint to Kurt's more serious demeanor. So after Nirvana ended, Krist didn't just stop making music. He started a bunch of new bands like Sweet 75 and Eyes Adrift, and even played with Flipper for a while. He was also in a band called Giants in the Trees, which was kind of a folky, bluesy thing. It just goes to show you how much Krist loves music and how he likes to try different styles. So why was Krist the unsung hero of Nirvana? Generally, bassists often get the short end of the stick in rock music. People usually focus on the singer and the guitarist, but the bassist is the one holding down the low end, keeping the groove going. Just think about it. Without the bass, the music would sound thin and weak. The bass provides the foundation, the depth, the power. So yeah, bassists are super important. Next time you listen to your favorite band, pay attention to the bass line. You might be surprised how much it adds to the music. Now it's your turn. Let us know in the comments what your favorite Nirvana bass line is, or what you think about Krist's role in the band. Let's give this guy the recognition he deserves. Don't forget to hit that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next video.